And welcome back. It's time for some movie hot takes, so play along with us at home. Head to ozarksfirst.com/vote and click on the unscripted tab or scan that QR code right there on your screen to play along with us. Okay, I think these are gonna maybe pop up behind us or just
please play.
Right.
Populate.
All right.
You're gonna populate.
maybe.
Unscripted.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, hot takes. Sequels never live up to the success of the original. Well, that's very specific. Because in some cases.
They're always worse. I love a good sequel. It's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
I concur.
I would go with that one all the time.
Now, we might have talked about this while everyone's getting their votes in.
Yeah.
Do you know of a sequel that you personally believe did better than the original?
There's the famous one, Tom. You say it.
Godfather.
Yep, Godfather 2.
Godfather
Some
2.
say that. I found them all to be brilliant. All the sequel, everything. It's drawn from one book. So it's just like a continuation of the book. So they were all great. But yes, the sequel was terrific.
Correct me if I'm wrong also. I don't know. I've heard people say, I've not seen it. Terminator 2. People loved.
I ain't seen that either.
Haven't seen it.
I
Now-
think it was more of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say,
Oh,
I was
no.
gonna say Grease 2, but that was
That was
not
terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. It did not perform. It did not need a sequel.
No.
They're always okay. So okay, they're always worse. Love a good
It's case by case because here's the thing. I love Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future 2.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Back to the Future 3.
3. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say case by case.
All right, case by case, depending on the movie.
Yeah.
Now, Titanic 2.
Oh, it's great.
Love it.
Oh my God.
Hot takes. Die Hard is not
Hello.
a Christmas movie. Agreed.
I've addressed this.
Definitely
Now
for
you know.
Christmas. Could go either way.
I am
This
definitely.
is a debate every year.
Yeah, it
Every
is.
year.
Well, I find it funny because we had that debate, but in the commercial, Maddie was having a debate with our camera ops.
Yeah.
Yes.
she-
Well, isn't
About a
it-
separate movie.
yeah. Yeah.
But people are saying, you know, it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber hits the ground. When he
Oh,
falls.
yes.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
I
I
was
just
like,
watched it.
who?
Hans
Gruber?
Plaza or say,
Yes.
yeah, Hans Gruber. You don't know who Hans Gruber is? He's going to stop sending you cards.
There we go.
Well, this won't be a shocker, but I've never seen Die Hard, so I don't.
It's okay. I just saw it for the first time a couple weeks ago, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, I
Okay.
think 100% people agree it is not a
Not
Christmas,
Christmas
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
73?
forget-
Yeah,
okay,
it
yep,
definitely was.
73.
Okay.
All right. Not every film needs an A-list celebrity attached to it. Agreed? Let newbies shine. A-listers make the film. A good balance is needed.
Ooh. These two are good answers.
Okay, I need to ask you a question then about a current movie then, and I want your opinions.
Okay.
Do you think Ariana Grande had a hand in the success of Wicked because of her star power? Do you think if Glinda had been played by an unknown
No.
actress, it would have had the...
Maybe like a Dove Cameron. She's not as A-list, but
I don't think so.
You think it still
don't
would have
think
been good?
so?
I think Wicked would have stood by itself if you just had great talent. I mean, it could have been, I mean, it's kind of silly, but Star Wars, all those people were kind of unknown, kind of. Look where it did. I think Wicked could have been the same thing as long as you had strong talent.
I actually think I agree with you, and the reason I think about that is because I feel like a lot of people didn't know Cynthia Erivo. And
Correct, yeah.
Jory and I
Right.
were more excited for her, and I think you could argue that she's the star of the movie. So I think it could have stood without Ariana. I think it would have done just as well.
Really?
Yeah. I think she was born to play the role. I think she did amazing, but I don't know that she's the reason for the success.
Maybe not drawn as much money. It may not have been as successful, but I think it would have been a successful
Yeah.
I think
story that we all grew up with.
I haven't seen it, so I'm just gonna go on the opposite end and say without Ariana, it probably wouldn't be as globally crazy fandom. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I know. I think she played a hand in it. I
Yeah.
don't know what hand she played, but she did.
Yeah.
Okay, are we tied? 45 and 45?
Oh, no, we go.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, good balance is needed, Wicked.
Okay.
All right, very good. Very good.
Wicked.
Wicked.
all right.
Okay, movies are getting to be too long these days. Keep it around 90 minutes. I love a long movie. If it's good, who cares?
Can I add a fourth category?
Yeah.
Turn it into a TV show then.
No,
Ooh.
literally.
Limited
Yeah.
series.
I agree.
serious.
Here it is.
It's gonna
I
be that
do
long.
think
Keep it
movies are
around
getting
90
really long.
minutes. Oh, look, it's a back and forth fight there.
So one movie that I saw this year that I didn't really care for was Beetlejuice, and I thought it was too long. There were scenes I was like, can we cut it out, or why is this here? So I think movies are getting a little too long these days.
Yeah.
You know, 90 minutes is good.
It is hilarious that I will not want to watch it. Like Wicked was like 240,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like at home I could binge The Office in 9 hours.
I have always said that. I struggle with the fact of watching a long movie at home, but I could watch a whole season
Yeah.
in a night and not care. I don't know what the difference
I
is.
wonder if it's just like a brain game because you know, like, all right, there's a break, so you kind of like reset yourself, and then you go into a new episode.
Well, and it's almost like more, it sounds so silly because it's all just media consumption at the end of the day, but it feels like almost more accomplishing to like get through a TV series
Yeah,
and just
click
one
next.
movie,
Are you still watching?
you know?
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
I don't know.
But if you're at the theater and you could pause the movie so you could go get refreshments anytime, would that be all right?
That, yeah.
See, I think that's the difference.
That might change
At
it.
home, you can go, wait, I got to do this.
Yeah.
And come right back and you pick it up.
Calling it. If it's good, who
I
cares?
think that's a valid winner.
Okay, CGI has only gotten worse as time goes on. Huh? Well, no, it's gotten better.
Yeah.
I would think.
It was better 20 years ago. Far superior.
Although, by the way, too, funny thing was going around about CGI. If you watch this Titanic shot that moves around the boat and you can see the officers and they're
They're animated.
walking like this
Yes.
to the.
They're animated.
and-
Yep.
Yeah, it's come a long
British
way.
officers
Interesting.
walked like that.
I will say one movie on Netflix that CGI did fail was The Irishman with Robert De Niro.
Oh,
They
the
tried
aging thing?
oh gosh, and then he was kicking the guy, but you could tell he was way too old to be doing that. Like the
Talk
CGI
about
just didn't
movies
match
that are
up.
too long.
That was a long one
Yeah.
too.
Wait, what about? Have you guys heard
great
anything
movie.
about that movie with Tom Hanks?
I was
and
just gonna
what's-
say,
what's her
Robin
name?
Wright.
Our
Robin
shooter
Wright.
Tim and I were talking about this yesterday.
Didn't they de-age them?
Yeah, and people have had mixed emotions about it.
They're doing a lot of that now. Yeah.
See, taking jobs from younger actors.
Yeah.
How
All right,
about that
guys.
one?
Don't go anywhere. More game. Another game after this. I think. I don't know what's happening, Blake.
Yeah.
I have no idea.